Module 2, Training 1, Practical Driving Techniques. Welcome to Module 2 of our Driving Instructor Training Program. Today, we want to mainly focus on learning to drive along with other vehicles rather than just focusing on the speed limit whenever we're not on the road alone. We'll also take the skills we introduced earlier and put them into action on the road. Before you move on to the main focuses of Module Training 2, you should start by thoroughly covering Module 1 material and driving maneuvers you taught your student on the first few days of driving lessons. Remember, you are in charge. You are the instructor. You make the decision of when you feel that your student is ready and confident enough to move on to any next steps. Do not move forward on any new modules until your student has learned to confidently overcome their last issue. Take the time to review and ensure that your students have a solid grasp of seat positioning, mirror adjustments, and the two-step stopping process. These fundamentals lay the groundwork for safe and responsible driving. With that foundation in place, let's now shift our focus to lane management, a skill that not only enhances safety but also ensures effective communication with fellow road users. The second lesson, along with all other lessons, should begin with simpler intersections and gradually progress as the lesson continues. Step 1. Emphasize following distance and lane control. Importance of safety. Start by explaining why maintaining a safe following distance is crucial. Emphasize that it allows for better reaction time and reduces the risk of collisions. Introduce the 3-second rule. Introduce the 3-second rule as a practical guideline. Explain that a safe following distance means you should be at least 3 seconds behind the vehicle in front. Demonstration with fixed landmarks. Use fixed landmarks on the road to demonstrate how to calculate the 3-second following distance. Choose a point ahead where the vehicle in front passes and count 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. If your vehicle passes the landmark before you finish counting, you're following too closely. Practice in different scenarios. Take your students through various scenarios: city streets, suburban roads, and highways. Demonstrate how to adjust the 3-second rule based on different speeds. Turn signals. Explain the significance of using turn signals when making turns or coming to a stop. This communication is vital for letting other drivers know their intentions on the road. Staying centered. Stress the need to maintain a centered position within their lane. This practice enhances visibility and safety by preventing the vehicle from drifting too close to the edges. By practicing these fundamental skills in a controlled environment, your students can build confidence and precision before progressing to more complex situations. Let's move forward to the next essential stage of our training. As you continue to develop your skills as driving instructors, we're about to explore. Step 2. Navigating different road types. This part is crucial as it lays the foundation for teaching your future students to handle various road situations. So let's hit the road once again and discover the intricacies of different road types together. Now that your students have built a solid foundation, it's time to broaden their experience on various types of roads. Residential streets. These are the quiet neighborhood streets. Your students will learn how to navigate smoothly while being cautious of pedestrians and parked cars. Intersections. This is where roads meet. Show them how to approach, look for oncoming traffic, and safely come to a stop. Mastering this skill is essential for city driving. By practicing on these different road types, your students will gain a more comprehensive understanding of real-world driving scenarios. As we continue, remember that each step builds on the previous one, helping your students become well-rounded and confident drivers. So let's move on to Step 3. Step 3. Defensive driving techniques. Safety is our top priority, and that's where defensive driving comes in. Safe following distance. Make sure your students understand the importance of keeping a good amount of space between them and the car in front. This gives them extra time to react if something unexpected happens. Anticipating hazards. Teach them to look ahead and spot things that might cause trouble. Being prepared to react is key. Defensive driving is about making smart and careful choices on the road for added safety. With that, we should now be wrapping up Module 2, Training 1. If you have a bit of extra time, see if you can introduce the idea of safe lane changes and merging as a sneak peek into what's coming on their next progression level. Merging will be a key focus on our next training. It's a good idea to introduce the basics before diving into it fully.